So I'm Suzanne English, so I am the student life coordinator here. So student life encompasses, the events that you see on campus, as well as the student organizations and clubs, including, like, we have many clubs on campus, but I am over the SGA as well as Student Ambassador Program. We also have other clubs like, let's see, we have something like Art Club. We have the Believers Club, which isn't called the Believers Club anymore, excuse me. They are called the Blue Ridge Christian Club. We used to have a dance club. We have many clubs that you can always get involved in. And if you don't find anything that you see that would interest you, you can always start your own club. And in a minute, I'm going to show my screen and show you guys how to get through that and do everything. But that is essentially what I do. I wanted to start off with one quote. Sorry, the flashing lights kind of distracted me just a smidge. But one quote that's one of my favorites is actually from Mamma Mia, and it says, "It's an adventure, Harry. It's good for you." And that's exactly what student life is, and it's an adventure and it's good for you. So you need to get involved as much as you can. It is going to relieve some stress. It is going to be a way for you to see other students and get to know other students. It's better for you to understand what's going on campus. So I really encourage you to get involved as much as possible. As a community college student, I know that you guys are extremely busy, but part of student life, we always want to make sure that we have time for you. So all the clubs, you can get involved as much or as little as possible. You can come to the events as much or as little as possible. It's all up to you. It is your experience on campus. And we're just here to enhance it as much as possible. For events, we do have something pretty much every single week. So if you think you might want to do something, just check out our student events calendar, and we can either find one that's online, or you can come onto campus if you are on campus. I did have a question pop up that said, are there any sports clubs or soccer clubs? At the moment, we do not have any sports. If you wanted to get something involved, we could always have a chat about that, and you can contact me at my email, which is I'll actually share it at the end of this, what my email is. And like I said, I'll show you that page where you can kind of set up a club. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Can everyone see my screen? Cool. Yes. Yay, thank you. All right. So let my screen get settled for a second. So this is what you should be seeing is the Blue Ridge Student Life Facebook page. If everyone will get out your phone and follow this Facebook page, if you have Facebook. There will be other ways to get notifications as well, but this one's a really good direct line as to what we are doing and what's going on campus. If something's immediately happening with a student life event or something needs to change, this is going to be where it's going to go out the fastest before we get into something else. Excuse me. Also, let's go on to this is our main page, which you've seen several times today already. But if you go to Student Services and Support, you can go down to Campus Life. On Campus Life, you will see our main page for student life, arts and events, and other programs that are happening on campus. Our student clubs and organizations are listed here. Because we are a community college, the clubs and events vary throughout every semester, kind of depending on how many students are actively in that club or not. So if you see a club that you're interested in on this site, I would say go ahead and reach out to that advisor and see if that club is active or not, and if you can get involved. If they're not active, you can also talk to that advisor about how to get it reactivated. So on here, you can also scroll, is it on this one? Excuse me, it's on this one. So we go into the clubs and organizations page. This opens it up a little bit more in depth. You can see them all individually here. And you can also see at the very bottom of the page, which is to start your own club. And you can click on each of those links to figure out how you want to start a club. And it also explains a little bit further about what kind of the processes are. And you can also email me at any point in time for any questions you have about clubs, organizations, student life events, SGA, student ambassadors. And a little plug right there, we are looking for student ambassadors. So if you would like to join the student ambassador program, we pay you $500 a semester, and it's really fun, and you get to meet a lot of different people. All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick is take you back to this page. So back on this page, you will see student events calendar. So this calendar is should also populate on your student calendar, that kind of pop-ups on your phone or on your Google Calendar that's connected to your email. And amidst all the other things, you will see student life events. So as you can see, the first one that pops up is August 24th, which is the beginning of our welcome week. That first one is Get Swaggy, and it kind of goes through to that week as well. Every event will pop up in here, as well as you'll receive an email. You might receive a text sometimes. You will find it on Facebook. You'll find it on the main page Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter. You have many different resources to see what events are happening on campus. And if you are physically on campus, we also have signage posted around campus as well to tell you what events are happening. Let me go back. So for the big events, we also tend to have a link on here. So for Welcome Week specifically, this is our Welcome Week link page. For bigger events that might change, especially during this time when we have COVID and everything, and things can change very rapidly and very quickly, we have a link specifically for this that says what's happening, and this will be updated. So if you need to go and see what updates are happening for a specific event like Welcome Week, you can find this link here. And we can scroll through. So that week of Welcome is August 24th through the 27th on the Henderson County campus. And on Transylvania County campus, theirs is August 31st through September 3rd. On both campuses, we will have SGA and student ambassadors and a very large inclusive student life that we really want you to participate in as much as you can. So Transylvania County campus, Rob Rhodes is the student activities coordinator. He can help you get involved as well if I can't, or you can contact me and I can help you get as much involved as you possibly can. All right, so about events, I'm just gonna leave it on this Welcome Week page for you guys for a moment. Events are gonna be slightly different this year, as you've heard from everyone else. The Student Center, unfortunately, is closed indefinitely, so we will not be able to have people sitting in there, but we will be able to open up for events. So you can come in to the Student Center on the Hendersonville campus, and I think on the Transylvania County campus as well for events. But after the events are done, that space is going to be completely closed down. And during every event, if it's inside, we're only allowed to have 10 people at a time. So if you have an event inside, we have to regulate how many people can come in at once. But outside, it's a little bit easier since we can have the 25, and we have different stations set up around campus for different events. As long as you respect that 6 feet apart, the 3 W's, as they were saying earlier, wearing your mask, and if you don't have a mask, we can help provide you one, washing your hands. We'll have hand sanitizer at every event, at every station. We wipe everything down, and make sure, like I said, you're following that 6 feet apart rule, especially if you're standing in line for anything. And the last biggest one is, this is a weird one, especially for all of us in student life, is if you're coming to an event, make sure that you're not hanging around that event too long so we can get other people into that space. Especially for like something like the Student Center, which if you haven't been here before, it is a little bit smaller. So we just want to keep that flow going so we can have as many students participate in our events as possible. Because like I mentioned before, we want you to have that adventure and that fun and that kind of taking a load off on campus as much as possible. But the other part is that if you aren't going to be on campus this semester or can't come to an event on campus, we also will have a very, very wide array of virtual events this semester that we're very excited about to debut. These events will be short and sweet, and sometimes they'll be short and sweet and a month long. So, for example, in the month of, I believe, September, we will be having a virtual zoomed in challenge that'll last most of the month, and the pictures will be zoomed in on different parts of the campus, whether it's Hendersonville or Transylvania, and you can guess where that location is. And that'll take place throughout the semester, or excuse me, not the semester, throughout that month. And you can win different prizes such as gift cards or physical like headphones or a speaker, things like that. Hold on one moment. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. But we really want you to be involved as much as possible, and that includes those really fun virtual challenges. At all events are free to students to participate in. And we, sorry, excuse me, and you can come as much as you want or as little as you want. We just really want to kind of cater to you, and I know your schedules are busy, so whatever you can, just come. And at all events, we typically have a food or we have a prize that you can win. One of the most recent ones we did, we had, I think it was like a $100 gift card that you won to Ingalls. And that was fun. And upcoming in Welcome Week, we have a prize of some t-shirts, I think, and a gift card and another mystery prize for our org fair that you guys can all win. So if you have any questions, any more questions about the events and what that setup looks like, please contact me and I will get you that information as much as possible. So really quickly, I wanted to lead into SGA. So SGA, the student government, is here for you to answer any questions as much as possible, to help you in any way you can. If you don't know something on campus, what's happening, you can always contact them. Typically, we have office hours in the student center. Their office is located in the student center, which they will still be there, but this year we're also offering virtual office hours. A link will be set up on the main page by next week for that virtual office hours. It'll be on the Student Government Association link. And you can sign up during one of their office hours. If you need to talk with them, you can. They are there for you. If you see something that you want changed on campus, they're there to be your voice to the faculty and staff. If you want something, let's say you're having an issue with something and you really don't know who to go to, they can offer you advice. Say, hey, go to this counselor for that. Hey, go to your advisor or something similar to that. They're here to help you, and they're there to be your voice to the faculty, staff, and even Dr. Leatherwood. They are there for you. All right. Oh, and thinking of another little plug-in, there are, I believe, 3 other positions available on SGA as well, and we also pay you $500 a semester for that as well. There's no age limit. I saw that on here. If there's an age limit, you have to be at least 18. That's the only age limit, but anyone can get involved, whether you are going to be virtual this year or if you don't really know what your plans are, you can still get involved as much as possible. And you can contact me for more information about that, and I'd love to give it to you. I also wanted to, while we're here, show you, we also have a new blog that the SGA started, SGA and Student Ambassadors together started back in, I want to say March. This blog is another place for you to get information at, and also just to kind of like read and get up-to-date information or hang out, and you can also submit your own blog article if you would like. This is student run and led. I kind of just oversee it, but the students write their own stories. For example, let's see, this one was a cool one. This was written by our old vice president, SGA vice president. It was how do other countries eat avocados? So it was super fun and just interesting and something to get your mind off what's happening at the moment in time. And there's many other different stories. There's recipes on here. There are things about events on here. It's just another location for you. If you want, you can, let's see, you can write down, it's the Blue Ridge Community College blog.wordpress.com. I encourage you to follow that as well. There was a question. It says, what kind of time commitment do students ambassadors have? So student ambassadors do need to commit 5 hours of office hours a week. it's very easy. Oh, excuse me, that's 3 hours of office hours a week. It's very easy to get, especially when you're doing events. Most ambassadors will help out with events, and that counts as office hours as well. And so do tours. We don't do as many tours right now during the year, but we are still doing tours, and student ambassadors tend to help out with that as well. It's really fun. It's surprisingly fun. That's what some of the students end up saying to me, that they didn't realize it'd be kind of fun showing off our little campus. Let's see. All right. I wanted to go back here real quick. So one thing on the student events calendar and student events in general, I really want to encourage all of you to bring your student ID with you to events so that we can sign you in. This is going to help with our tracking process, as well as knowing how many students are coming to the events. As you saw in the video when our Vice President of Student Services showed, having a tracking system down and in place really will help a lot, you know, in case of any scenario happens. So please bring your ID if you can. If not, at every station, at every event, there will be a sign-in station where you will be required to sign into. Let's see. I think I was checking my notes out. I think that is pretty much all from me. As I mentioned at the very beginning, Blue Ridge and being a student here is an adventure. And I know things are a little rough right now and they're a little hectic and crazy, but I want you guys to participate and have fun while you're here as well. Kind of get into that adventure. I know it's going to be stressful and it's going to be a crazy year, but we are excited to have you here. And a student life, we want to prepare you as much as possible to have that fantastic year. It's just another great component that we've all put together for you, and everything is for you. So if you have any questions or concerns or want to know more information, reach out to any of us that you saw here, or myself as well. I will give you as much information as possible. If you see me around campus, if you're here and you see me, you always can just wave me down. I promise I'll stop and talk to you and help you out as much as possible. All right.